We are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Sucks. Tim decided to actually take me out of the show today. He thought I was actually dead, so the show must go on. If you're on Instagram, obviously, uh, obviously the show already started. He already even found a new co-host.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Uh,
Oh my god, dude! Stop
I,
poking the bear!
oh, unfortunately for him, I'm still alive. I didn't die through that tragic accident I've been through. So I'm here. It's Monday. Monday sucks. It's me. Yeah. I think it's you, but he found a new Mac. Is
Oh my god!
welcome, ADHD. You know what? I'm still waiting for you, Matt, to invite me on your channel because
I'm still waiting!
you are the coolest thing since Jesus Christ right now. I'm still waiting on Matt to say, Jack, you cool enough to come on my channel so he can actually. I want to learn the art of the master comedian. That is what I want to learn. The art.
I
Anyway,
feel like we gotta be semi cool enough. I mean, he's coming on the show, so I think that makes us kind of cool. I guess. I think
hello,
so. Hi.
hello, welcome. It's Monday. Now that my co-host abandoned me, I'm gonna actually pour me something to drink. And I'm not even joking. He literally said, "Hey, I thought something bad happened to you." So I said, "Hey, the show must go on."
It
So
did. I did not mean it to come out that way.
that's exactly what he says.
That's what I said. That's not what I meant. God
Uh,
damn it.
so what am I drinking tonight? You know what? Because tonight, if you hear, we are talking about limiting your palate, right? This is
Yes.
what this show is about. That's why Tim didn't also ignore my text message, so he didn't put it in the title. But we are talking about limiting your palate.
I literally have no text messages from you. I
Now
mean, I
that
do have text.
Jesus Christ, check your text message. Hey, bud, I have an
Why
idea for
don't you check your text messages of me asking you about?
you.
I saw that part. You know what? Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Tonight
hold
you
on,
have the failure to
hold
block
on,
me.
hold on,
You blocked me too. That's
hold,
what I'm gonna say.
hold
You're
on,
blocked.
hold on,
He
hold
took me
on,
out.
guys,
Then he
hold
blocked
on,
you. So now not only I'm blocked, you can't see my text message.
hold on.
Canceled. Yeah, that's what he said. I'm
Oh
canceled.
my god.
Jack literally imagined the past 2 hours. That's literally what happened. I just imagined it done. But anyway, the text message was this afternoon when I said,
I remember that. I remember. Okay, look.
he said Jack is texting Tim from Africa.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god. I hate you so much.
Tim just secretly secure.
I hate you.
Tim job security is in the question with ADHD on the table now.
I hate you.
But if you check your text message, I did say what we're talking about.
Yeah, I remember that. I just forgot to put it in the title.
So,
God bless.
hello, hello. Some people are saying that your volume is a little low, so just on the YouTube and Facebook side. So, just so you're aware.
Okay, I don't
But
know how to fix that, but
welcome to the show. Get the computer maybe closer to you. Welcome to the show. I would definitely say we are having a conversation about how most people are getting limited by pretty much become are their own worst enemy, right? Most people, especially in the spirit industry, some people become their own worst enemy. More than once, we you talk to someone and they go, I'm loving the comments. I'm only here for the comments. Tim, you can be the perfect kid all the time. Every now and then you gotta be you gotta Tim, why are you upset? You forgot the title, or you found a new co-host. I didn't say you thought
I didn't find a new fucking co-host. God damn it, Jack!
I'm not the one who said you thought I died.
That's,
I, I'm not the one who said that. You did. You said
I know.
what happened to you. So I went, hey, let's see who told the story about you. I don't know why you upset. You did it.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
All right. Can we go back to the show now? I need to pour me something.
I don't know. Can we? I don't know. Can we?
Tonight,
God
I'm gonna have
bless.
from the barrel. That's what I'm gonna have. Let's see. Mike out. Yes.
Nika gonna be here no more. Nika need to find a new co-host.
And if you guys are here, please, if you're on Facebook, share this with your friends. Share it on your Facebook group. I didn't get a chance to share it today, but share it with your friends. I'm having some Nika. Nika straight from.
Oh my god, my glasses keep fucking up.
My palate. I'm having some Japanese whiskey.
No.
So can we come to the subject of the show now, right? Subject.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right. So we're talking about limiting your palate. I truly believe that as we're talking, you work in the bar, right? In a tasting bar, and more than once you see people all the time, and I see this. People send me messages all the time, going, "Hey, I want this, or I only like this, or I only like that." That hat goes perfectly with him because he woke up this morning.
I woke up and chose violence. I woke up and chose violence.
But
Chose violence.
Read deeper into this subject. What are you guys drinking? I'm drinking Nika straight from the barrel. Because we are not limiting our palate here.
I'm all over the place. I'm drinking Colorado whiskey. I'm drinking Tennessee whiskey. I'm drinking Jim Beam single barrel. I'm drinking Evan Williams single barrel. And I'm drinking Benchmark single barrel.
Needless to say, Tim is drinking everything.
I'm drinking a little bit of everything.
Nika straight from the barrel. What are you guys drinking tonight? No, I have a mic. I just don't have it very loud.
It's one of the things that I've noticed, that it's not that people want a recommendation, it's that people want validation for what they're already going to buy. And that can just go right along with people are just like putting their palate in a box and not wanting to like grow or expand. It's like, hey man, which one of these should I get? Ah, dude, I love 291, but that Jim Beam single barrel, man, if you've never had it before, that thing's a sleeper. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get this. I like this, so I'm just going to get it. All the time. I get hit with that all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that, but, like, the amount of people that want to go, hey, I'm looking for something new, and then, like, you give them a recommendation, be like, okay, cool, this is what you normally drink, here's something new, and they go, yeah, I'm just going to get what I normally drink. It's like, why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here?
But again, one of the things that I will say is that I think the industry is vast enough for people to actually, honestly, try as much as they can, because it's not even just in the bourbon industry, right? It's not even the bourbon industry. It's in the spirit in general.
Sure.
One of the things when people are asking me, "Oh, why did you do WSET versus actually doing bourbon tours?" And I said I didn't want to limit myself to only one spirit, because I want to be able to talk about cognac. I want to be able to talk about gin. I want to be able to talk about vodka. I want to be able to talk about scotch. I want to be able to talk about every distilled spirit out there. And I post all the time that I don't talk about wine because I don't want to, I don't want to brag, right? And the funny thing is, actually, is because I truly enjoy good wine, and I'm actually even more particular about my wine than I am about my whiskey. And the reason why is because, for the most, I grew up around wine. I grew up in a French country where wine is a subject of conversation on every table. So I'm actually very particular about my wine. But I digress. The subject here is why limit your palate, right? So if you're
Sure.
right now in the show, put in a comment wherever you are, wherever you are. Let me share this on Facebook right quick. But put in a comment wherever you are. Why do you
Guys, if you're on Instagram and Facebook, or you're on YouTube and Facebook, let me know if the audio is better now. I think I got it fixed. Um, Let me know. I think we're good.
um I really want to know why do you like a certain spirit? What's one spirit that you do not like and why? Right?
Um,
And if you're
I
on YouTube or Facebook, I'll post your comment. But tell me one
is there
spirit that
one is there one that you don't particularly care for, Jack?
me.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. I will tell you a little bit about my experience. So for the longest time, I actually never liked gin.
Okay.
And when people talk about gin, I'll always say, why? Why would you guys even try to drink this? And why? But one of the thing I realized is when I was taking my W set, we were studying gin, and they started breaking down um, how gin is made.
Sure.
And one of the thing I realized in my head is that gin is just made like the way we make our medicine back home. The only ingredient in gin that gave it its feature is juniper.
Mm.
But one of the things people don't know is that juniper as a whole actually have a lot of good benefit naturally for you. So for the most, you just have if it's okay not to like it, but for the most, you just have to actually know what is the one thing in that spirit that is throwing you away, right? Or
Sure.
just but doesn't mean that you don't give it a try, or you don't just go by, oh, all these people drink gin and I just don't like it, or they act stupid on gin, you know. Um
I would say it's the equivalent of somebody saying they don't like scotch. They go, "Oh, I don't like scotch because it's too smoky and too peaty," not knowing that scotch is this huge, vast region,
Correct.
and there's as far as like scotch on a scale. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I would say like the smoke peat factor on the scale on the broad spectrum is really only this big, right?
It's
I mean,
minimal.
it's
Very,
very
very.
very minimum.
Yeah.
So when I hear that too, I mean, I don't know as much about scotch as you do, but I've definitely learned a whole hell of a lot from you as well. And talking to people about regions is like, hey, you should try it from this region, or you should try from this region. It's not all like this.
Hmm.
Gin's kind of the same way. You said it perfectly. Is you've got to learn about the spirit to know what you actually like and dislike.
And dislike about it, because when somebody tell me, oh, I just don't like gin, I go, oh, but what don't you like about it?
Sure.
And most people can usually tell you it's usually based on an experience with a parent, family member, or somebody that actually just kind of forced them into that spirit.
Right.
A lot of people that come to my Scotch school all say the same thing. Oh, I don't like it because my grandpa or my uncle gave me this thing and I got sick off of it, or I didn't really like it, or he really just sat. You almost equate it to a memory
Sure.
more than just um, truly or what you analyze about the spirit itself. So I saw a few people here. They say they don't like gin. Okay, but what I really want to know is why. Is why.
Yeah.
I want to
I
know
think that's a
why.
great question.
So if you don't like a spirit, somebody say I don't like cognac. I want to know why. So somebody is saying the main issue with Scotch is the grain. Really, not a huge fan. So the grain. So somebody doesn't like barley. So or malt, right? Malt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things that I truly believe sometime is I truly want people to experience it before they decide if they do or don't like it.
Sure.
So
Sure.
uh Some people don't like clove, and clove is found in a lot of places. And some people are like, oh, the taste of clove just doesn't work with me. So if it's a spirit, is a certain notes that don't work with you, I would definitely dare you to try. But Scotch is fun. Okay. Uh, as Rifen, as Rifen barely just doesn't cut it for me. But
You
Scotch
know,
is
it's funny that Joey says she doesn't like red ancho liqueur, but when we hung out at Expo on Friday night, you drank a couple of cocktails that had red chili liqueur in it. So maybe you don't know that you like it.
so it's one of those things that we have to be honest and just say you don't have to like all spirit, but you kind of have to know the reason why you don't like those spirit.
Sure.
You just can't say, "Oh, I don't like this." I feel like most people limit their palate, and there's no need to, right?
Mm.
Because what he does truly, and he does it pigeonholed you.
Yeah.
It really do pigeonhole you because knowing that spirit, right, are where you meet new people and you make new friends. Honestly, I don't close my doors to any spirit. I truly open my doors to any spirit.
So there's not a single spirit you won't touch.
No, I will
Okay.
touch it. I will try it, and I will actually try more than one category
Mm.
and know why truly I just don't do it. Now people say, but that's what I'm saying. People will say I don't like vodka, right? I don't care for vodka unless someone, of course, make a good cocktail. But that every spirit also have kind of their place sometime in your life. Not every
Mm-hmm.
spirit you're gonna have neat, right? You can't have every spirit neat.
No.
Some things just fire hose, just will kill your palate, just on. But maybe it works better in a cocktail. I will tell you right now, gin is not something I'll always have neat unless it's barrel aged gin.
Mm.
And even then, when I have it neat, juniper usually irritates the back of my palate here. But
Okay.
I will you will see me drink 5, 6, 7 Negronis and in the evening. Why? Because gin works really well in a cocktail for me, right? So, uh,
Barrel Proof Nerd said something really good. He said, I think most people try one or two options from a spirit, and if it doesn't click, they stop trying to find something, and they just move away from the spirit.
correct.
Not saying it's right, but I know I'm guilty of it as too. Yeah, man. I will tell you, before I got into some other spirits, I was kind of the same way too. Gave up completely on tequila because I didn't understand how tequila
And
worked.
that's what she just said. Tequila is my sidekick.
Tequila's her sidekick. I'll agree with that one. I learned about tequila and how vast and complex it actually is, and yeah, tequila's.
Tell you what, I have some extra añejos that when I knew more about tequila, that when I drink, Steve, Whiskey River 66, actually had an old añejo
Mm,
that literally goes down like maple syrup. Like that's
oh,
literally how it goes down.
I
So
love it.
I can't say because of my experience in college, running naked in the middle of Acapulco or somewhere, I can just say, oh, I don't like tequila because I grew up on tequila or I did something because truly it is really about where, how, when you consume the spirit for you to know that, hey, I truly enjoy a spirit or I really don't like
See,
this
look at
spirit
Matt.
because I've tried A, B, and C and it just
Violence,
don't
Matt.
work.
Matt says no to tequila. Completely,
Yeah,
Matt.
and a
Like
lot of people will say
you
that, and
won't
like I said,
mess with
based on
tequila at all.
pure experience, right? Based on
Yeah.
the simple fact that they've had this experience with this spirit. But I will tell you right now, in one night, I can wake up, right? If I'm really or trying to have a good time, I would literally will say, okay, start literally my time with. I usually will start with something much lighter. So I will even start with bourbon because for me it's just that light.
Sure.
Then I'll move into rye. Then I'll get into scotch. Then I'll actually get into cognac after I eat. And usually when I'm finishing my night, I will have an Armagnac,
Mm,
right? With a cigar, with something, right? But that's because I've learned how my body functions. But
sure.
some days I would just wake up and I'm like, fuck all these bottles. I just want a bottle of wine. And I have a private selection of wine. So for me, it's like, where am I traveling to today? Am I going to be in
Sure.
Bordeaux, a Shiraz, a Chardonnay? Where am I going to be? Right. And I would usually go and grab that. And I will tell you one thing I've realized in the
Hey,
last
Wendy.
3 years. You can have a pour of whiskey, but by God, you can finish a bottle of wine easily.
I'll fuck up a
Wine is
bottle of
one of
wine.
those spirit that truly if you're a loner, you will love wine because you can drink a whole bottle while you're thinking about your whole life. On the contrary, you can play with whiskey like that. You just can't wake up and play like I can finish a whole
You know
bottle.
what? Tonight, drinking this bottle, can't tell me otherwise. You do that with wine, you're gonna be okay. You do that with a bottle,
I tell you what, I can understand in a social way. Like for example, growing up in a in a French household, on the table. Here's the funny thing: on the table, usually everybody bring 2 or 3 bottles of wine that they just want to have a conversation with, right? Like, well,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I brought you this. I want you to try it, right? But I would tell you one thing: you sit and honestly, you just sit on the table, you just chatting, right? Chatting, chatting, chatting. And next thing you know, you're sitting there with 3 or 4 empty bottle of wine bottle. And you're like, did we drink all that?
Hey, Kimmy,
So
right?
it's truly just about conversation. But you can't do that with whiskey. I mean, how many times you took your bottle of whiskey to a bottle share and you come and one of your bottle haven't even been touched? That does
Plenty of
not happen
times.
with wine.
Or you come back with more bottles than you left
Correct.
with.
Correct. You
That's happened
will.
every time I've had a bottle share at my house or I've gone to a bottle share. I've always come back with more bottles. I'm like, the fuck. All right, you know what? Whatever.
But coming back to the subject at hand, I want to ask this same question and go, what is one spirit that you love and no one can tell you otherwise?
One spirit I love and no one can tell me
Yeah.
otherwise.
We know
Rum.
what people hate now. Right? People don't like or don't stand with them. Let's go with what you
Sure.
love and
Rum.
tell me why.
Okay. I love that rum is so versatile that it has all these different regions, all these different styles, and all these different flavors. You could take a rum from Jamaica and age it for 20 years, and you could take a rum from Barbados and age it for 20 years, and they are going to taste completely different. They started at the same product, right? It all started out with sugarcane, and they taste completely different. Like, I would say the only other thing that does that like that is scotch.
Okay.
Scotch is the only other spirit that's as complex and vast as rum is. And people could tell me, you could tell me up and down. I could pour you one of my favorite rums and you could still hate rum. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'm still going to love rum. Rum is fucking cool, man. What's yours?
Why? And obviously it's scotch. That's the reason I
Yeah,
love single malts.
sure.
The reason why I love single malts is because I truly believe that single malt is one spirit that is an equalizer, right? It truly shows the art of people that
Mm,
are making it. It
mm.
shows the art of the blender. It shows the art of the maturation process, right? Because you all start with single malt, but God knows that by the time we get to the end product, chances are from the same region, sometime even from the same rick house, but the style in which it was mature, the barrel, and all the blending process that go into scotch may have 2 different products that you actually have, and it's so deep and so layered in flavor that when you drink, you're a single malt drinker. Like no one can tell me shit. Like you come take my bourbon, I will probably, I'll probably let you go. You touch my single malt, somebody is dying. I mean, I would choose violence right away. And that's one of those things that when I actually say like, oh, what's the spirit you can, the stupid question people ask, like, if you end up in a desert island, what are you gonna end up with? I say, give me all my single malt, and y'all can have the bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I swear by. And even rum as a spirit, I will tell you right now, rum is actually it will be like my bottom five spirit. Rum
But
is my bottom five.
would you say it's safe to say like in the last 6 months your mind was completely changed about rum?
Still, even though I do love it, it's like rum. This is what I say. Some spirit are a mood thing, right?
Sure.
I'm in the
Okay.
mood to drink
Totally.
something,
Totally,
right?
dude.
So gin and rum, 4 and 5, are a mood thing. I'm
Okay.
in the mood to have some rum, so I'm going. So all my bottle of rum are usually about 10% open. That's it.
Okay. Sure.
By 10, 15, somebody come to me and say I like rum. I say, oh, I have some rum. I have some Foursquare, some Batiste, some, I rum agricole. I have all those, but that's because that truly is a mood thing. But on the contrary, if somebody else come here and say single malt, I'll be like, yeah, I'm 6 bottle down. I have like I have 7 or 8 of these, or I have this, and that. So I will tell you, like, hey, you want to try this one, this one, this one. I will go on and on and on. But if you actually tell me anything about, so top of my chain is always single malt. Second on my line is gonna be bourbon. Third on the line actually is gonna be Armagnac,
Mm.
Armagnac or cognac, because the yak get me right. So that's there. Then comes the gin. Then follows the what do you call it? Rum. Then follow now tequila. The bottom of it is mezcal. Before we go down and talking even about vodka, because in my book, vodka is a cocktail maker. That's all I know it to be. Like no
Yeah.
one, the only vodka I have that I ever drink neat was vodka from Poland and Russia. Potato vodka, tasted like water, was delicious actually and crisp as a vodka. But that's because they make a certain type of vodka.
Sure.
But any other vodka, I don't care if you made it with unicorn farts. For me, vodka belong in a cocktail. Period.
So since we're talking about rum, this is a this is a 22-year rum triple cast. It got 15 years. Sorry, yeah, 15 and a half years in bourbon casts, 6 years in cognac casts, and 4 months in a peated whiskey barrel. This thing is super complex. Easily could have been like a $350 bottle of rum, but I bought it here in Bourbon Country, and because of that, it was like a $170 bottle of rum. But easily could have been a $350 bottle of rum. That thing is crazy good.
Here's another question. What is one spirit you guys believe people always sleep on?
Oh fuck!
What is one spirit
That is a good
people
fucking. I
always
was
sleep
okay.
on?
I this is because I've
And
recently discovered these.
before you go
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah.
I will tell you this. One of the things that
What's
you
up,
guys
Tyler?
are not realizing is that so far I have not mentioned a brand, and there is a reason why.
Oh, sure, dude. I'm right there with
There
you.
is
I
a
mean,
reason
I
why.
I
So
mentioned
far I
this.
haven't
It's a
mentioned a
22
brand.
year old. It's a 22-year-old rum. But I mean, yeah, I'm right there with you. We're definitely on the same page on this one for
There is a
sure.
reason why I have not mentioned a brand.
So, I would say a lot of people smoke. A lot of people sleep on Amphortives and Amaros,
Okay, I'm a right with you.
and they are fucking rad, man. Before dinner, after dinner, you can sip them neat. You can make a really cool cocktail with them. You can cook with them.
What's your favorite aperitif?
Oh, jeez. We're gonna go brands now.
Oh, one is your favorite.
One is my favorite.
Mhm.
I really like Vernal Light right now. I drink a lot of that. I think it's great. I think it's really great.
All right.
I like
So
that, and then yeah, we'll just stick with that. We'll just stick with that. What's one that you think people sleep on? Oh man, limoncello is a good one too. That's a
I think I truly believe people sleep on absinthe.
It's funny that you said that. Look at our question.
I was scared away from absinthe. I never had it. What do you think? Okay, I believe people sleep on absinthe,
Okay.
and that may be because well, again, background, right? People sleep on absinthe, and if you hear in the comment, I see a few people said, mezcal. People sleep on mezcal. That is true. Um, But again, point of view, absent. Um, we know red is my spirit animal, so that's why she knows that. But people do sleep on absent. Absent because absent is one of those spirit that truly transport you, right? They transport you. If you never actually played with absent, yes, if you hate licorice, you probably need to stay away from absent.
Absence
But
not going to be for you.
I will be honest and tell you right now that it's one of those spirit that if you truly are somebody who absent is truly polarized the flavor profile. Everybody jump in and say shit, I hate absent, it tastes like licorice, somebody farted in my mouth, all the crazy things that go with that spirit. But I don't think people do absent justice. Barrel aged absent, yes, is the shit. And like I say, every time a spirit is there, you need to make sure you give it a chance, really explore and give it a chance. So absent, in my opinion, something a lot of people slip on. Somebody like I will tell you, I love the fact that some people are curious enough. I will tell you one thing. One thing I always say: distillers that are not afraid to experiment have my respect. No disrespect to any other distiller out there, but
Mm.
if you're one trick pony, you're
Give
boring.
the Lord a chance.
You know, you are just boring. Some I love distillers that I'm not friends with Alan Bishop because him and I probably don't stand in even in this close to the same hemisphere, right? When it comes to his political view, when it comes to some of his social view, we don't even see each other in the same corner. But for what he is, for who he is as a person, and for what he does in the industry, he get 250% of my respect all day, every day. Because he is truly a distiller, right? He is not afraid to actually venture in and try out the spirit, to actually say, "Oh, I wanted to put my twist on the spirit." I know that one. Yep. So Alan have an amazing accent he made with Spirit of French Lake. You guys need to go check it out. I will tell you right now, I don't know an American guy that just love to play with things that actually will take you to a mystical way, you know, or will take you to we will take you to what?
Your Alexa said something about screaming in fear.
Yeah, no, every time I go under 20%, it says my phone is so weak, it's screaming in fear. So to tell me that I need to charge it. I used to have it when I plugged the charger in, it would say, touch me, daddy. But that did not go well in public with other people. So I had to turn it off.
Oh my god.
But it's one of those things that when if you truly are a spirit lover, you have to be able to venture, right? You can't say, "Oh, I love cars," and say, "I only like Fords." What? You don't like cars?
There's another one of my favorite.
Oh, Frenet, yep. Frenet,
Mm-hmm.
I really, really love their what do you call it? Their mint, the mint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. You know, the funny thing is, I'm always surprised that those brands never approach people like us, because it's very interesting that we
Right?
are the one who can make those brands actually be fabulous, but they're like bartenders better, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them. But truly, it's one of those things that I truly believe more people should pay attention to.
Oh,
Uh, what do you call it? Let me plug my phone in real quick. But anyway,
this tastes like if you took Micanites, okay, and you blended them up, and then you put them in a barrel and aged them. Here you have it. Here you have
so
it. What up, John? What's up, man? Welcome in.
so I want to talk about Afrofusion.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's talk about Afrofusion.
Um, as we're talking about not limiting your palate, talking about, excuse me, just a moment here. All right, I'm back. I am back. On last Friday, obviously we had Afrofusion in Louisville, and I have to say I am disappointed with Louisville. I'm quite disappointed with
Let's talk
Louisville.
about that.
So, so is that how you people treat people on the South? Is that how it is?
What do you mean?
So, one of the things we talk about here on our show is we are people lovers first and whiskey lovers second, which means that everything we do really have to do. It's like I knew this was coming. I have to start by saying that I want to thank every single person that sent me a message that actually said, "Hey, I really want to come and support, but I couldn't." I want to thank every single person, but some of you don't even need to be here anymore. Some of you on this live don't need to be here because I had the wrong impression, especially the people that say, "Dude, I really support you and that," and I come in your town. I come in your town,
They didn't show up.
but you pretend to be blind and blind and mute, or what do you call it? People that
Deaf and mute. Deaf and mute.
deaf and mute and blind at the same time. But you are quick to be internet friends. I want to actually ask the question: what in the absolute fuck is wrong with y'all? Well, you think people don't have enough internet friends?
I deal with that shit every day, man.
The few things that actually impress me and reminds me again is that there is the virtual world that we live in, and then the reality that we live in. And I want to remind every single one here. And if you're offended, fuck your feelings. I don't care, because I'm actually being honest. What I said yesterday is still true, right? I choose things that I give a fuck about, which is one thing I give a fuck about is people that actually are more than internet friends. And then I choose to give a fuck about those people in the sense of when we meet outside of the internet, I'm trying my damn best to make sure that we maintain some sort of friendship, which means I
Sure.
support what they're doing, any of their action or what they actually do in the best way I know how. If I can't, I'll be like, hey, I can't, or I can support this one, but next time I will. But the community in Louisville, especially Kentucky, Louisville, is so surfacey. It's very surfacey.
You know what? It's the thing. It's the thing that I hate most about Louisville, and it's because of where I'm at. There was at one point that I almost completely gave up on this industry and this community because I'm not from here. I've been treated not like shit, but definitely treated as an outcast since I've been here. And there's groups of people that know me and they won't have anything to do with me because I'm either not from money or I'm not from their social circle, or I didn't go to their school, or I wasn't born here, I didn't grow up here.
How can you be in the 21st century and still be very surface like, right?
Blows my mind, dude. Blows out
Well,
of all the places I've out of all the
social
places I've lived, visited, and experienced, this one on that aspect blows my mind because it's still happening every single day.
so my question when it comes to it is obviously the community there is very it's very different, right? Very different.
Sure.
But I will tell you one thing: for all of you guys that want to go to Louisville, that want to go to Bourbon Mecca and whatnot. Here is my advice to y'all: pay attention. Pay attention to the people that actually are doing what they say and saying what they do, because not everybody here on this internet that's so proclaimed to be your friend is your friend. They not. They don't even understand the definition of friendship. That's not part of their way of thinking. They're there for the fame, they're there for the representation, and they're there to look good for their brand, not for you at all.
Yeah.
So people that will stand by you or whatnot, because sometimes, and I will be the first one to say it because I'm not perfect. I will tell you,
I'm still here. I have to plug in my laptop. It's about to die. I thought it was
I
plugged in.
truly love when somebody call me on my shit. Reason
Oh,
why?
sure.
The reason why is because I'm not perfect, and I expect people to actually say, "Hey, you did this thing. I really didn't like it." Especially if they give me the benefit of the doubt, in the sense of, "Hey, I did, you did something or not." But there was a reason why when I did the event in Louisville, I literally said, I'm gonna limit it to 35 people. Because I truly believe in a group of people I know, 35 people are good enough to actually come and share an exclusive experience with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, not everybody can afford $75. Not everybody. I'm the first one to tell people that your finances are your finances.
Sure.
I usually tell people that, hey, somebody literally sent me a message, say, hey, dude, times are a little tough right now. Can afford to actually have this much fun. I hope your event goes well. Fine. But the surprising fact is actually the people that you think got you, but they don't. Because either they give you the stupid impression when you met them through their fakeness. And
Mm.
some of them are people that you guys idolize, by the way,
Yep.
are the one that really fake in their way. And you go into town and you go, oh, this is Bourbon Mecca, right? If something is happening, it's supposed to happen here. And then you realize quickly that not only you're a black man in America, but you also a black man that is pretending to be cool on Instagram, that have also fake friends that will tell you that they actually support you every day. But the people that needed to show out and show off came out. What humbled me and shocked me and surprised me at the same time is you were the first one to buy your ticket. Reason why is because like you could buy your ticket, but you didn't. Second person to buy their ticket was actually Jolie. She drove from Indiana into town, right? Third person to buy their ticket was actually Wendy. Why? Indiana went to town. And Mike is like, dude, this thing you're doing is worth talking about and being here. I have an opportunity to make it into town. I want a ticket. I want to come to town. But it just shocked me because you came from Florida. Um,
Boy, I'm in Ohio.
yeah, Ohio. Okay, fine. But the one thing I realize is that we need to stop the bullshit in this industry. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If somebody is
Boy.
doing something and you don't give a shit about it, don't give a shit about it. If you don't, if you don't want to talk to that person, don't talk about that person.
Is Stacy still here? Freckled and charged, she's still
Oh
here.
yeah, oh yeah. Don't. So
I'm just gonna, because I'm not gonna go into any fucking details. All I'm gonna say is this: let I would say give people a chance to surprise you, because when they do, it fucking feels really good.
you know what? I'm even going I'm gonna come here and say, because you know one of the things I said, and Jolie will tell you, Jolie knows, I'm one that don't hold back. The reason why I don't hold back is simply this. The same thing I would say to you on the internet is the same thing I would say to you to your face. The
Yeah,
reason why is because I don't need to actually be somebody else here and somebody else on the other side. I ain't got time for it. I do have multiple personalities, but I use them only to actually talk to myself, not to other
sure,
people.
sure.
But what happened? I'm gonna call him out. What the fuck is his name again? Bourbon and Podcast. What's his name?
Paul.
Paul. Paul from Bourbon with Friend podcast, flipping you on a live, not having the gall as a man with two balls, and Paul, I'm calling you out for you to actually come on a live and flip somebody off. Will you call your show what? Bourbon with
Bourbon
Friends,
with friends. Yeah,
but you have no friends? Or the fact that you actually bought enough followers to actually make you look great? I'm saying it. You now think you're good enough to actually flip somebody. I don't care if Tim upset you in a certain way, but as a man, I'm not talking as an Instagram person. As a man, if you don't have the opportunity to take your balls, your two balls in your hand, and walk in and call the guy and say, "Hey, dude, you on some bullshit. I don't like what you're doing here, blah blah blah," and that. But the simple fact that you come in and you flip somebody off, disrespect somebody on purpose online is not that. Let's talk about something else. If you don't like black people, if you don't like black people, there's no need to pretend to like black people. There's no need. There's no need. When I get a message that you are flipping somebody off that is talking about black issue, and I'm in a political problem, or you have whatever problem that you have, guess what? If you have a problem with women or whatnot, you don't need to bring it on the front. Keep that in your closet, just like all our demons that we all have, and we keep moving. If you have like right now, if I have to think about your ability to be comfortable around black people, that means you don't need to actually be anywhere around me. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the devil himself dressed in black. If you have a problem with it, it's simple. Get the fuck home. No need to pretend, because that will literally affect your bottom line. You either like black people or you don't. You don't sit somewhere and go, "Oh, it's because they are anti-gun. That's why I hate them. It's because they're anti they say Black Lives Matters, so I'm with them," or that. No, I keep saying, I keep saying, if you come on Monday sucks to think that you are here to talk about whiskey only, you don't want to go on the show.
you
We
don't know what the fucking show's about, friend.
also happen that we love people even more. So I want to remind every single one of you guys that are here on the show or with somebody else. I would say this clearly. I am a black immigrant. I'm saying this again for people that are chanting "build the wall." I am a black immigrant that made my dream come true in America. I am proud to be an American. I've walked in longer shoes and treacherous more moment than you've ever had. I choose my friend carefully. They may not be the type of friend you want, but I choose them carefully because they represent something in my life. Which means this man with a beard with a tattoo that said he thought I died today and wanted to start the show before me. He's crazy, but I like him just like that. because he
Sorry.
knows when to step up as a friend and do his part. I have no quarrel with anybody, any race or anything that come around. I have no prejudice because I've seen what xenophobia and prejudice does to countries. In 1990, where I'm from, two tribes decided to go against each other, and I can tell you, with the amount of people I've seen died, with people that I've seen murdered, you were kicked out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Hold on.
People that I've seen murdered, people that I've seen just because of a different opinion destroy a country where I'm from. I will tell you right now, there is no way that these things work for me. I don't give a shit what your opinion is. It's okay. Y'all want to know the funny thing? I'm even gonna tell you. I'm a registered Republican. I have more conservative view than some of you motherfuckers that claim to actually be a certain way. But do you know about that? No.
Because we don't talk about that shit.
Because
Like,
but because there's no
but
need.
even if we did, that's the thing. There's plenty of people in this community that I'm like this with, that I hang out with inside social media and outside social media, and we share different political views. Guess what? I don't give a shit.
Don't
You
give
know
a fuck.
why? You know why? Because you never force your political views down my fucking throat. You never give me shit about what I think. It doesn't fucking. We get to hang out as fucking people. That's what this shit is about. I don't give a fuck what you believe. If you start forcing that shit down my fucking throat or telling me you're wrong, guess what, motherfucker? We're not hanging out
We
anymore.
weren't
We're
supposed
no
to be
longer fucking
friends to
friends.
begin with. What
It's true.
what makes people? I tell people all the time. Do you know the reason why M&M's comes in different colors? It's because the fuckers thought that all these motherfucking colors look beautiful to the eye. Your brain even is telling you all this shit look together. So guess what? Red, black, blue, whatever you come in, guess what? Hey, I will kiss a gay guy before you find me talk shit about him.
You best fucking believe. You best fucking believe. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I don't care.
Yep.
If that's what I have to do to prove that actually I love you, I will love you. That's it.
100%.
So the whiskey community comes with a lot of people, but do me a favor, take that fake ass niceness that you have and shove it down your ass. I'm fine with that. I don't need it. Don't attack anybody for the sake to attack people, and don't pretend. Please don't, dear black people. I'm telling you right now, don't pretend. Y'all love me, fine. But don't pretend, because you may not like me. I'm okay with that. Don't pretend. Really don't. You see people come in a war about each other, pretending around people that, oh my God, I don't like this motherfucker. If I tell you somebody in this industry I don't like, I'll give you 3 facts. Not things I heard. Not things I heard. Things he done that I can witness with facts to tell you this motherfucker did this. This motherfucker did that. He did this. And for that reason, I can't see myself around that person. Simple as that. That's as simple as that. I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh, he kept the bottle up. If we fighting about Pappy or we fighting about bourbon, guess what? It's like 2 kids fighting about their toys. Their toys, right? You just look at it and you go, you know what? Kids, calm down. You'll be fine. But once you want I will tell you right now, there's a few people that I can tell you right now that next time I'm in Louisville, I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm not hanging around them because they show their ass, and it's as simple as that. If an opportunity lands my way, because me, I'm a sharer. If an opportunity lands my way, I know a few people that I'm never gonna actually bring that opportunity to.
Sure.
But I'd rather your internet needs some internet.
Dude, it keeps kicking me out.
I'd rather actually let's become children and let's fight with our toys versus fighting our or taking our demon and shove it down other people's throat. I want to take a moment and really thank every single person that came and supported me. You don't have to, right? We don't. You don't have to, but you did. You show out and you showed out, and that I thank you for it because I'll be honest and tell you right now, I don't expect anything from anybody, but people that truly show it, you have a special place in my heart, and that I mean it. I mean it.
You know, the big thing that kind of gets to me is that even okay, so here's the thing. You made a really good point towards the beginning of this, like just talking about this shit, and you said $75 is a lot for some people. And that's fair. But here's the thing. If you're in my community and you say you support me and you want to be here for me and you want to be a part of what I'm doing, just shoot me a message, be like, look, man, I think this is really fucking cool and I'd love to be a part of it, but I just can't make it happen right now. Don't fucking say nothing.
I mean, I got multiple messages from people in Louisville, that are in Indiana. They're like, "Hey, dude, congrats! This looks dope," and I just can't make it because of blah blah blah. There is someone in this fucking community that I even asked for help. I say, "Hey, you live here. Can you help me out?" They still left me on red. They still left me on red. And after this live, I'm going to go block him. Because I don't need you to pretend to be a friend. Because if you are somebody who only know how to tag me, but what you do for a living, I can ask for help. I'm an insurance agent. I just so happen to like whiskey. So what it means is that if somebody here in this community have an insurance question and they reach out to me, the expectation is if I don't know it, I'm going to find somebody who knows it because I've been in this. This is what I do for a living. If you're a fucking baker and I need a cake or I have a question about cake and you just so happen that we're friends together, guess what? I'm literally calling you because that's what life is about. So when you're a photographer and I reach out to you and I say I need help, I'm expecting shit out of you. If I don't care if you're a mixologist, I will do the same thing. But when you leave somebody on red and don't get back to them for the sake of you too busy for them, it's like, so you know how to reach out. Oh no, you know how to tag me. You know how to do all these things, but your ass can respond to a message. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So stop pretending with people here that you are somebody. So if I don't fucking support anything you're doing, it's because you already set yourself up for it.
Mm-hmm.
You showed your ass already. Because if I'm the one who actually ever came out to you and said, "Hey, I'm coming for your service," I would tell you right now, I'll be very honest. If you are somebody who ever actually, I don't care, came in my DM, asked me a question. Oh, you guys, did you see that young man that came with his dad? A little nervous young guy. Weren't you guys surprised of that guy that was there? I would tell you a little bit about Jacob. So Jacob started following me. Right. Started following.
That was the one dude that I didn't get to meet that night. I didn't get to shake his hand, and I was like, "Damn it, man!" Go ahead, sorry. He's just a cool fucking dude, man.
Here's the craziest thing, Jacob is the guy who comes in and literally randomly, he comes always in my inbox. He doesn't even say hello. He just randomly asks me questions.
This bottle?
Yeah, exactly. He'll be like, hey man, do you think this bottle is cool? I'm like, oh yeah, this bottle, you can buy this bottle. And he been doing that for like 6 months. And one day I asked him, I said, Jacob, hello, how are you? And it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Hi, how are you, man? Uh, have you? But he went back to his question, right? And he's one of those people that he usually watch our after show. He's never here when he actually. But when I posted about the show, about the event, he's like, "Oh, finally, you are in Louisville." Okay, it's like I'm gonna come in and I'm bringing my dad. What? It's like, yeah, I'm coming in. I'm bringing my dad. But this guy that always asks me questions. Like I'm talking when I say randomly, I'm not even joking. When I say I'm like, who is this white kid? Just come here, just ask me all these weird questions about whiskey all the time. But he truly, literally, when he came into the room, he said, "So, uh, he's single barrel, right? Single, he's coming, right?" It's like, yeah. I'm like, it's like, okay, that's the only reason why I'm here. So meanwhile, his dad is standing next to him, like, why are you trying to jerk these people off right now? Why are you so excited to see these people? And he turned around and looked at his dad. He said, every time I've always asked him a question about any bottle, he always answered. So I just want to be here so I can meet him myself. Right? It literally touched my heart because I'm like, wow. For 6 to 8 months, this kid randomly will show up in my inbox. He just asked me questions. And one day, I think he's one of the people that I said like the sample of the Star Wars too, and that. And I'm like, you know what? You young, you are what I truly want to reach out to. The young guy that just started his new job, trying to buy his first bottle, trying to, I introduced him. I say, hey, these are the people from Evan Hill William Experience. Take your dad with you. You guys go there. And I asked the manager of Evan William was there. I'm like, hey, this is the guy, Jacob. Take care of him for me. But because that's what it's about. That's truly what it's about. Yesterday, I was going through my bar, right? I will tell you one thing. Morgan is annoying, but Ian is a whole different thing, right? I need to start it that way. Morgan is like my annoying sister. She says everything that is like there's Wendy, there's Morgan that follows right away. That's how my life is. So you Morgan Morgan literally um is talking to me. She's doing her pick, is doing her thing, and then Ian doesn't say anything. But then I get a message for Ian. He doesn't know who I am. He just comes here, right, and watch us and go, "Hey, I want to send you something because you said something on. I even forgot what I said. He said you said something on the live you did the last time, and I want to send you something. So yesterday when I was going through my samples, I'm like, oh, barrel proof nerd. He sent me all the what is it, Mayor Pedigree, whatever the fuck Detroit got going on. Mayor Pedigree. I'm just saying this so I can get him to comment. Mayor Pedigree or Malort. Yeah, Malort. He sent me some Malort. and honestly, it's and he's like, hey, can you check this out? I think you're gonna like it. But I forgot, and I truly, if you hear on the internet, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, if I promised you a sample, and not you, Morgan, if I promised you a sample and I haven't sent it yet, my life have been crazy and busy. The last 4 months have been insane. But I promise you, send me a message and say, hey, you asshole, you say you're gonna send me a sample and you didn't. And for all my Patreon, it's gonna be amazing. Right after Thanksgiving, we're having Scotch School, the first official Patreon Scotch School. Is gonna be fun. People that started the Patreon, you get into your third month. So I'm sending you your shirts, I'm sending you your glasses, I'm sending you all your merch as my Patreon. So if you're not a patron of the Hood Sommelier, and if you're not a friend of the Hood Sommelier, make sure you become a patron so you can join our Scotch School. The first Scotch School I'm opening to everybody. I'm going to be nice to all the patron, and I'm opening it. But after that, it's only going to be every 3 months. It's only going to be the top tier patron that are going to have Scotch School because I have some amazing bottles. Yeah, some amazing bottles that are actually going to come to you guys, and we're going to explore. And I may actually get some brand ambassadors and actually what do you call it, master distillers come talk to us about those scotch, so we know better and we know more about it. So because y'all know that's what I love, so obviously I want to make sure that I share that love with you and teach you all I know about scotch, so you can actually speak hon 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 in front of your
The
friends.
plug.
So if you're here and you want to join our Patreon, it's Patreon/Hoodsome. That's where you need to be. You can see me there. Yeah, so it's Patreon/Hoodsome. Patreon slash, www.patreon/Hoodsome. Tiffany here, Tip, I'm the professor, is a patron. Tim is a patron. What do you call
I'm
it?
the top. I'm the top
Morgan.
Patreon.
Yeah, Morgan is a patron. Believe it or not, Tony is a patron.
I believe that actually. That's not. You know what? That's not a believe it or not situation. Tony's a fucking ride or
Tony is
die, dude.
always out there. What do you call it? Shout out to all my Patreon. If you're here and you're my Patreon, new Patreon that joined. I apologize. I don't wanna jank your name here. So I'm gonna actually be respectful and say your name the right way. Yeah. Yes. I'm bringing you in also, Jake. Jake, you're gonna be part of one of our Scotch school, because the way we're gonna start school, Scotch school is gonna be Scotch around the world. So we're gonna actually go around the world to actually
Hell
try
yeah.
all the
Hell yeah.
Scotch around the
Key in
world.
the lake. Key
So
in the
King,
lake.
the coolest brand ambassador. You want to know the funny thing? Key in the Lake, right, represents Star Wars. His friends, his friend represent Abalor. They're literally diametrical opposites.
Polar fucking opposites.
Polar opposite.
100%.
Polar opposite.
100% polar opposites.
Jake always answer his message and email. That asshole never answers anything. Then he promise you shit, never get back to you.
Yep.
He gives a bad name to Abalor as a brand, period.
Agreed.
They are diametrical, like opposite. Like I'm like, how they even friends? Is the weirdest thing.
I will tell you, out of all the brands, the brand ambassadors, the distillers, the CEOs, the fuck, if they were in the industry and they've been on this show, the two that stick out the most ambassador wise are Tony,
Yeah.
who's not even an ambassador anymore,
Mhm.
and fucking Jake.
Yeah.
Because they, I would say, as ambassadors, and this doesn't have to go against anything about anyone else that's been on the show. I'm strictly talking about ambassadors, okay?
Yeah.
They embody what our show is about, to love
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Jake
Plain and simple.
and Tony rate in the top 100 of the
And
ambassadors.
then I will go after that. I'll go distillery, and distilleries that fucking like set the gold standard. 291.
291 for sure.
291, 100%.
Now they
set
need
the
to talk
gold
to their ambassadors about the bullshit they're out here doing out here in these streets. That 291 need to actually do. But when it comes to distilleries, for damn sure, I will tell you right now, some ambassadors make or break a brand. Some of these people. So I'll give
Isn't
a
it
shout out.
sad? Like, isn't it sad how that can? That's what's such a bummer, is that these brands get so big and they have ambassadors all over the place, and there's nobody to really keep tabs on them. But that, like, there can be one person.
I do no. Jake, don't try to protect him. No. I do not have the wrong contact for him. I have the right contact for him. He's just a jerk. He is a snubby ass guy. That's what I'm gonna put him at. No need to contact him anymore, because I told myself I'm not gonna contact him anymore. I'm gonna. The funny thing is, people think that our your reach to a brand is only through an American brand ambassador. No, I can reach out to someone in Scotland directly. It may take me longer, but I will actually reach out to someone there to talk to a brand ambassador right there. No, Jake. No. No. Hey, trust me, I have the right contact for him. Emails, IG, I have it all. No, he's just a pompous asshole. That's the best way to put it. Or I'm not at the level where he actually have time to
It could be that too.
actually,
That's the thing. That's
yeah.
the thing that's a bummer with some of the ambassadors too, is trying to deal with brands, is
Hmm.
they kind of play gatekeeper sometimes, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this guy's not good enough.
Hmm.
This guy doesn't have a big enough following. This guy isn't cool enough. This guy doesn't fit the mold." Dude, I deal with this shit all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
yeah. No, no, Jake, trust me. I have all his contact. I can even read you his email if you want to. Don't worry, is him. But me, I say things the way they are. Because you want to know the funny thing is I reach out to this guy, didn't hear from him. And I literally said, what do you call it? No, I literally said, hey, you know what? Maybe it was just timing. Then I came on a live, and then he showed up on Jake's live. I'm like, oh, okay. Or I sent him a message again. I say, hey, mate, send you an email, blah, blah, blah. Oh, why, why
Right to
aren't
the
you?
face.
We really would do something. Then he responds to my email, hey, give me some days and things that we can, I have these things there available. Can we get in? Oh, okay. Hey, man, didn't hear from you. What's up? I'm like, okay, dude, how many times does one person have to reach out to you to talk about what you do for a living?
Yeah.
How many times?
Yeah.
Then I thought, oh, maybe the man is busy somewhere and that. And then I see, which I listen to now, Keon Lake, and he is on that podcast. I'm like, this motherfucker right here. Just full of shit. Keep going. Anyway, so I have to give a shout out. Shout out to Calvin. Calvin is our new Calvin. Calvin Dingle. Thank you so much for being our brand new, our latest patron. And obviously Tiffany Kuhn. Tiffany, thank you so much for being a patron. Tiffany is really looking forward to Scotch School and looking
Hell yeah.
forward to all the things that come with Scotch School. But for all of you guys that are here, Tyler obviously is one of my patron. I don't care about Wendy. She's my sister, so it doesn't matter. Tiffany, Morgan just wanted to be the plug. She could
Oh,
do better,
fuck.
but
Just want to drink bourbon and smoke cigars.
what do you say?
Scroll up,
He's my
Jake.
boy. I
Jake.
know him better than most. I don't want you to spread the bad word. No, I mean it's fine, but I'm talking from personal experience, Jake. That's what I'm saying. Talking from personal experience. I don't know what he does when he's not here, but I'm talking for personal experience. We've reached out to you, Jake, and
Oh, here we go.
you know,
Here's a great question.
what is that?
When is pick dropping from 291?
291 is being mailed. Is being mailed at the end of this week. Is being mailed to me, and then we'll reach out to all the Patreon to get how many bottles they want, and they'll be the one that'll be getting it first. And then the following week, we'll reach out to. We have 12 people that register outside of being a patron that they want to actually get a bottle. So we'll reach out. We have to do a little bit of adjustment based on the fact that what do you call it? Um, Based probably on the fact that what do you call it? If they ship it, we probably have to adjust the price on shipping cost, but that's about it. So we are that is I've had so much travel that honestly I'm at the point where I really want to do right now. I have to get back to Jake. I'm one of the jerks. I have to get back to Jake because we trying to see what we can do with Jake as well to bring you something special in particular, also from Star Wars. So that is yeah. I told Jake.
Let's shift gears just a little bit and go. Let's kind of take it into a more positive thing, because
Let's
it's
go.
not that this was negative, but let's not talk about shit anymore. Like, we can still talk about shit, but let's not talk about shitty people. There we go. Let's not talk about shitty people anymore. Okay. The next Afrofusion. Where
Yeah.
is it and when is it? and how do people sign up to go?
Next Afrofusion is going to be in DC.
Okay.
So for the rest of the year, that's why I'm actually having the bottle shipped. I'm tired
I hear you, bud.
for the rest of the year. So
So it's in DC. So when and where? Do you have those
I don't
specifications
have
yet?
the where yet.
Okay, but the when.
But the when is in spring, which is March. That's what
Okay.
we'll be doing.
So as far as 2021 goes, no more Afrofusion.
No more Afrofusion.
Okay.
Brothers
So we're gonna pick
brothers
up
taking a
again
break.
first quarter of 2022.
First quarter of 2022.
Awesome.
That's where.
So I'm gonna tell you
2020.
this right now. I'm coming to DC.
Okay.
I'm coming to DC. I want to support you in DC. I've always wanted to be to DC. So I will be there. So if you want to come and hang out with Jack and I, first of all, if you want to come hang out at Jack's event, let's say this appropriately. If you want to come hang out at Jack's event and eat some really fucking good food and drink some really good cocktails and some whiskey, and then maybe hang out with me too, keep your eyes peeled, guys. In March, Afrofusion #3 is going to happen. Afrofusion here in Louisville was a blast.
It was.
The food was spectacular.
We had an amazing time.
I got to let my inner black man out and dance. So
you know what? The dancing part, I would tell you, the one person that shocked me in the dancing part and did not even actually bring white moves was Jolie. Jolie got the rhythm.
Me and Jolie got down, bro.
She is a certified approved to come to not only the barbecue but to the fire tribal foot back in Africa. I'm taking Jolie with me in Africa.
Dude, I had so many people come up to me and say,
"Damn,
I didn't know you could dance," and I was like, "Sorry,
she was
to keep
getting
all
down.
the secrets."
She was getting down. Jolie got the move.
I think we kind of already inside our souls knew that Jolie could get down, though. I mean, let's just be.
I don't know. People
be
look
fucking
like
real.
they can, it's like me. No, people may look like they can dance, and then they start making weird moves, and you're like, "Why are you doing all that? Who is electrocuting you? What is up your butt that you need to actually shake it off? That's not dancing. Stop it. Just stop. Just stay here and do your two-step."
It's like on Hitch when Will Smith and Kevin James are talking about dancing. He's like, "Don't be up here. Just be here.
Just be here."
He's like, "Now that's what I need to do. You got to show me those moves. Not up here. Just right here.
Out here. Yeah.
Just right here."
Yeah.
Oh fuck. So March. Awesome.
Jolie can dance. I can tell you that she can dance. So it's gonna be a whole vibe. Yeah, in DC is gonna be a whole vibe. I'm trying to see.
Do you have a chef yet? Do you know who you're working with food wise?
Yeah, there's like
Fuck
3
yeah,
options.
dude. Awesome.
But I think in DC what I'm thinking is that you probably may do it style of we're gonna have like variety. DC may be a little more a higher up ticket than what we had in Louisville, but it's gonna be. I want people to need Ubers when they're walking out.
Here's the thing, as long as I can eat all the goat that I want, I will be fucking happy.
That's all you want.
I will tell you this. That was my only qualm about the whole thing is that I didn't get to eat more goat. That's the only thing I was upset about.
Want more goat meat.
I wanted more goat. I was like, "Can I get some more goat?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Okay." Okay, that's fine. Got plenty of more.
How was the dessert?
You know what? That dessert and that fucking drink paired together so well. The guava that was in that drink, and that was it like a barley that was in the yogurt?
Is millet.
Okay, it kind of reminded me of quinoa.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that shit paired so okay. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of quinoa and overnight oats
Okay.
and chia seeds. That's what it reminded me of, and it just worked so good with that drink. Those two things together. There was some things that I needed seconds of because I needed to enjoy it on its own, and then I needed to enjoy it with what it was paired with. I know you kept giving me shit throughout the night, like Tim's already done with his drink, and I was like, "You're goddamn right," but I also have another. Something happened. You disappeared. I think your camera got flipped.
You're goddamn right. But I also have another.
Uh-oh. I think your internet needs some internet.
Something happened.
But no, dude, overall,
Got flipped.
I thought it was great. I thought everything worked great. Oh, that's
I
weird.
think your internet needs some internet.
It says you're gone, but you're here, but you're not.
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought everything.
Hood sommelier left. What the hell is going on here? Hold on. Let's get you back. There we go.
I died again, apparently.
But no, dude, everything, I will say, everything was done really well. Everything was curated really well. The food was great. The drink was great. The atmosphere was awesome. There was a few snags here and there, but the snags were because the original person that wasn't supposed to be there, or the original property that was supposed to be there wasn't there.
Isn't it interesting how that went? You know, the funny thing is, I tell people all the time that some things some people are good at, and some
things people just fucking aren't. Yep.
People are just terrible at. So we're getting to that hour and 20 minutes. So people that are on Facebook and on YouTube, this is the time where we beat you at you, because we only
Stop
give
it
you
here.
an hour and a half here. If
You
you
go there.
are on Instagram, join us. I promise you. And
You okay?
if you're not a Patreon of the Hood Sommelier yet, make sure you become a Patreon. Our first official Monday Sucks barrel pick is dropping right before Thanksgiving. Right before Thanksgiving.
That's all I'm gonna say, guys.
It's excellent. It's $2.91, but Patreons are getting enough costs because you're already a patron. You're paying, and everybody else that signed up, I did see the sheet of the sign up sheet. I'll reach out to all of you guys, and I will tell you guys how we are.
Is the sign up sheet still going, or is it done?
It's still open. It's on my profile on Instagram. And you guys,
will you do me a solid? And will you? I'm just gonna say. I'll remind you again after this, but I'm just gonna say it because it's in my mind. Send me the link so people can get to it on my side as well.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
It's on my IG. If you click on it, it's on my link tree, but I can.
Okay, then I'll just grab it from there.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah.
Let me see here. So for all of you guys here, happy Monday, if you're here, and we'll see you next Monday. But the real funny show starts on Instagram. So if you're on IG, make sure you join us. We're about to have a good time there. We'll see you next Monday. Cheers.